So now I'm going to press U to mute the music. Wait, no, that's to unmute. Oh. M to mute the music. And as you can see, it takes a bit of a while, or it takes a while for the music to mute. And then if I click U, it should unmute the music. And then I have got, what else can I do to mute the music? What else can I do? I can pause the song by clicking P. And the song's paused, and then if I want to start it again, I re-click P, I think. Or S. Let's try S. No, that's Shift. Right. Pause. Let's try N. Right, so what I like about the code is it's quite simplistic. However, some of the features that could be improved of the code is, by the looks of things, I've missed out a possible I've missed out a possible feature to replay the song. So I can pause the song, but I can't unpause it. So that might be a feature that would need to be added. And then what I actually like about the design is it's quite simple, and with the help of Chris, we was able to create a effect which makes it look like it's actually glowing and cycling through a different amount of colors. Another thing that I don't like is I couldn't find a good enough background where I could actually put the sign on, which would have made it look better instead of the sign just floating in a random street. As well as if there was a way to separate the code so the background wouldn't have a blurred effect. The blurred effect looks good. Like it came out looking quite nice though, because it creates a depth of field effect, which means that it's a term used in media which allows the background to be blurred out, and then it focuses on the main part of the project. So, for example, here the background is blurred out, and the sign is the main part of the project that sticks out. And yeah, so I had to do quite a lot of research on processing forums. For example, I had to look up how to add text to the code, and I spent about half an hour playing around with that to get that to work and putting in place. And then I used uh, the code to change the color for the back, like the outer layer of the sign, on the text, so the text also switches color. That can be improved in a way to possibly sync it up, so it changes color at the same time, instead of how it changed color when portraying the final project, because it'll go with the background would change color, and then a few seconds later the text or the font or the text would then change color a few seconds later. To improve this, I could possibly add a frame rate for the text, or improve the frame rate as it's on 5, which might have messed it up a bit. And then what I had to do was I used Pinterest to find an image of an alleyway where I could put the sign basically in the image. to improve that, what I could do is either find a building that I could put an image of a building that I could put it on, or I could I could use this image still, but to improve it, I could move the sign over so it looks like it's actually on the side of the building, and then possibly add some other signs, but they won't have text on, but like they change colors, like different colors as well. What else could I improve? I could also change up the songs, so I could possibly find a playlist of like synthwave music or stuff like that I could input that isn't too long, so it cycles through the songs instead of just like reaching the end of the song and then continuing to play, which would go where song.mp3 is. But other than that, I think the project turned out quite well, even though having to work from home was a bit of a pain because I had to download the software and research stuff myself. But at the end of the day, I did a pretty well job with it, and it's got some stuff that we learned, like libraries, which were quite easy to download, so that wasn't too much of a problem. And then I used some code from what we'd been learning in class, which was because we learned minimum class in the libraries, as well as the interactive stuff here, which allowed the music to be paused, rewound, fast forwarded a bit, and then it has a part which allows it to be used with headphones. For example, if you press M, this will put the song back to normal through both headphones. However, there's also a code, I think, which allows, so here is the rewind right and left, which hasn't been assigned to a button, which I could then do. However, to further improve the interactiveness of it, I could make it some sort of like 8D music, which I'm not sure if you know about, Chris, or the Invigilator. But what it is it allows like so you choose a song, an AD song that you like, and it changes. So when you have headphones on, it feels like the music is moving around you because it changes from the left headphone to the right headphone, and then from the right to the left throughout the whole song. So it keeps switching back, and it creates like effects that the music's actually being played around you, and it's a quite nice effect. But other than that, that's my my evaluation of my final project and what could be improved on and what I think went well with the project.